There are two Supreme Court cases I think it's important to share with you what they are and why they're good decisions. The first one was the Chevron case. The Chevron case is important. See, what that did is that effectively took away our rights of going to court and having a legal argument in case a government agency, which is well below, like the levels of authority, they're very low. Well, what happened is with this decision is it gave them basically immunity and put them above the whole legal system. For example, there's this case. Someone gets heat stroke in a vehicle. OSHA looks into it, and the closest thing that they have is that a company must have adequate heating and cooling within every building. Well, it's not a building. But how they look at it is they say, well, we'll interpret that as structure, any structure. That's what happened to me. I got a heat stroke in a company. They snipped all the AC units in all the vehicles, saying if we were uncomfortable, we would struggle to have to work faster to hurry up and get each shift done, saving them money. That's what the owner said. But what happened here is, sure, they were responsible, they were liable, but the OSHA regulation did not cover it. But OSHA said, we're going to interpret it to this word instead. And I'm glad they got in trouble for it. But I'm not glad that they got in trouble for it in the wrong way. I'm not glad that there's no laws or regulation, policy, whatever, regulation within OSHA to protect people from that. What they did is they went out of their way to change the meaning of what something clearly says. And that's what the Chevron decision did, is it gave them authority to change the meaning of words other than what they actually said. So now they work completely on a completely different level than the government and then our system was actually founded on. So they have immunity now and they can do whatever they want. The second case that SCOTUS made the right decision on was the immunity of the president. They made no decision on it. They refused to add or take away from the immunity and kept it the same as with every single politician. Official actions that are covered are still going to be covered when they're official. Unofficial actions that are outside of their authority, that are outside of their position for their governmental position on what they're doing for that duty is still not covered. So they refused to make a ruling on it and they kicked it down to the lower courts. The question still is, was Trump's actions official or not? That's been the question from the beginning, not whether there's immunity. The question is, are they official? Because that would determine the immunity. So the Supreme Court refused to make a ruling on it. They changed nothing. And people are losing their heads over this, saying that he has full immunity. No, that's not true. Basically, what happened here is because he really did have grounds to believe, and really did believe, that he must have won that election because it was so clear in all the polls and everything. So he wanted the truth to come out, and he did not want to lose that position illegally, you see. Or not illegally, but what's the word? God, it smells like pure cock outside. It smells like there is an 80,000 gallon tank of hot steaming caca, and it just spilled over and got all over the place. It smells so bad out here right now. As soon as I smelt that, I start struggling trying to find the right words. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that stinks. Woo! Ooh, that's bad. Where was I? Oh, oh yeah. So that's the question, and they're saying that anything that's done in his position, about his position, for his position, that he's legally allowed to do and supposed to do, and it is meant to protect the American people. That is a covered act. So the question is when he was looking for these votes and everything, does that apply? Or was he doing it? Is there proof to show he did it out of spite and because he wanted to hold power and all of that? And that will determine if that was official or unofficial action. And no one's basically the left has dropped that case. They're not talking about that anymore, which I'm guessing that there's enough evidence to or not enough evidence to support their position. Oh gosh. I should probably go now. I think I need a vomit.